Hey, what is up guys, Gunther here, welcome back to another Brown Dust video. Alright, so some of you guys were asking me to make videos about Gunter. So here it is, Gunter the PVE king, Gunter the PVE god. This guy is just insane, alright? So if you have him, you should be able to tackle like 98% of the PVE contents out there. Like, he's just that good, you know? Let me start off by covering his skills, and then I'll show you a few of the stages and game modes where he actually excels. And we're going to discuss a little bit later on about whether or not it's worth investing the skill books. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive into the skills. Alright, so the reason why Gunther is so good because of the combination of these skills. But the three things that make him extremely strong is the awakening skill. Alright, so if your Gunter is not awakened, you're doing it wrong, my friend. Alright, so you need this attack plus 50%. So once you awaken this, he's gonna have his attack increased by 50% every time before he enters the battle. So that's like bonus stats right there. Increased by half of his entire attack. That's insane. So very cool. So this is a very good skill to have. Attack plus 50%. Okay, so this is what makes him kind of strong, combined with this skill range right here. So his skill range is very good because of a skip tile. Alright, he's able to skip and hit the next opponent, and in campaign modes most of the opponents will have this cross X shape basically surrounding the enemies, which are skipped in from the middle. So you will see lots of campaign modes with this kind of formation very easily. You can easily find some in any of the normal or hard campaigns. You can see Gunter excels there the most. Alright, and the third reason why Gunter is so strong is this skill right here, the ultimate strike. Alright, so ultimate strike is going to vary from different units to different units. Gunter's one is one of the highest. So ultimate strike times 150%. I think second highest because Naruto's one is higher. Naruto's can go up to an insane amount. I think like 250%, which is pretty insane. So advanced ultimate strike. So Gunter's one at 150%, pretty good already, very solid. So do keep in mind that the ultimate strike can vary from units to units. For example, Velona's one is only 30% additional damage. So don't assume that just because ultimate strike is extremely strong on Gunter, it's going to be strong on all the other units that have it as well. So it's going to vary depending on the units. So Velona sort of sucks because of that. So yeah, coupled along with that, he has the ability to burn. Alright, so this is based off the attack of Gunter. The higher the attack, the more the burn damage. So 15% burn is insane. Alright, so for 5 turns, this is a DOT that's one of the strongest DOT in the game besides decomposition. So definitely a very good combination with all his other skill sets. Alright, so this skill right here is pretty good as well, but it's not the best, not the highest incoming damage boost, but 35% does help with like amplifying the damage that the opponent will receive. So kind of cool in certain situations, but of course I've seen more. I know Orion has a higher one, like if you want to use it for certain cases where you want to stack the incoming damage boost on the world boss, you might want to go for Orion, but otherwise it's a good skill that complements with the rest of his skill. Alright, so Gunter is a very simple hero. Like, he's good not just because of his skill set, the campaign mode, like most of the opponents stacked up in favor of his attack range. He's also easy to build. Like if you look at this skill right here, so attack plus 50%, so this is a passive skill. His only bonus damage skill is this ultimate strike right here and the DOT from the burn. So these two skills relies on his attack. Alright, so the attack, highly on the attack. So definitely if you have Gunter, you want to go for assault runes, that would be the best case scenario. Like in every situation, most of the time, 2 assault runes, that would be the best one on him, so that you can benefit from the high amount of attack from the ultimate strike and the burn as well. So some of you might be wondering why not go for Fatal and Rage just to get the DOT burn. You can do that, but then your ultimate strike right here will not deal as much, so definitely you don't want to sacrifice this skill. This skill is so good, it's insane. Like, I need to show it to you guys for you guys to understand how strong this is. Like, there's a reason why Gunther, if ever there is a PVE tier list, Gunther will be on the top. He will beat out Seer, no doubt about it. Like, trust me. The reason why is lots of stages in the Evil Castle or in certain campaigns, it will require you to complete the stage within a certain number of turns. Gunther helps with that. Seer can take out opponents, but at a very slow pace. By the time like maybe 100 turns, 200 turns, I don't know. So Gunther is there to help make things quick. So he's just like so good. With that ability, you can easily 3-star any stage just with him alone. Like, if you have Gunther, I would highly suggest keep him, right? Keep him. Do not sacrifice him for Celia. The Grand Deck is not as strong as it used to be. Even if you want to go for Grand Deck, I'm not sure. Like, just go for slowly build your Raphitiel first, followed by Grand Hilde, and use Gunther, tackle all the campaign stages, and then only you try and sacrifice for Celia. So these are the runes I have on my Gunther. So ideally you want to have attack rune. So I have 1% attack and 1 flat attack with bonus attack as the substat. So 8% right here, and this one gives like a flat 48 attack. So this might not be the best rune in terms of the rarity. It's just a rare plus 5-star and a rare plus 6-star, but it's good enough to carry your Gunther in a lot of stages. Alright, so let's hop on into a couple of battles, and then I'll show you why Gunther is good in a lot of situations. Alright, so good thing about Gunther, besides having the ease of ability to equip the runes, you only need 2 assault runes, and you actually don't need to worry about crit rate and crit damage on him. You want to stack as much attack as you can. So therefore, it's quite easy to use just any random supporters with that boost attack. So since you don't need to worry about stacking the crit rate up to 100% and then the crit damage, so it's quite easy to set up a formation that favors him. So Arenes is one of the best combo alongside with Gunther. That's because she gives an insane amount of attack, 40% attack. So the 5% crit rate, you don't really need it. And this, you don't really need it as well. So Q-Weak also pretty good. So you have the ability to increase attack. And Q-Weak has crit damage as well, but you don't really need that on Gunther. Alright, so let's try out with this team right here. So I'm going to bring in perhaps a Hell right here to mix things up. So Gunther should be able to... This is a perfect formation that sort of put Gunther in a favor right here. You can see. Boom! Alright, so I'm not able to get rid of the boss, but that's fine. That boss is supposed to be hard to kill. He has 33,000 HP. But the whole point here is that Gunther can easily sweep out lots of opponents. Let's see if my Hell can take off that skill right here. Okay, let's go. Boom! Alright, so Gunther going in. Look at that. Pretty decent damage. Alright, in terms of getting rid of high HP bosses, Angelica is still better at doing it. But Gunther is there to sweep out the minions, just like you saw earlier. Definitely very good for that purpose. So if you have like... Probably the best combo in the campaign mode is Angelica and Gunther combined with Arenes. But I know most of you guys don't have Angelica, which is unfortunate, but she's still one of the best units to get rid of the bosses in a lot of stages. And look at that, 10 normal scrolls! Alright, let's see if I can show a couple more examples. Alright, so this is a campaign mode, stage 35-4. You can look over here, quite a lot of interesting formation that puts Gunther in a very strong position. But yeah, there's a Zakan right here, which will... Luckily this Zakan doesn't have Taunt unlocked. So yeah, I'm just going to maybe stack one more defender up there. And maybe I'll bring a friend mercenary right here, so that the Zakan will hit that Anubis instead, right? Alright, so let's go with this formation. So look at the power of Gunther right here. Like... We'll see. I'm not bringing in much mercenaries, 2 supporters and Gunther and Angelica. So Gunther should be able to sweep most, if not all of this. So Angelica helping out as well. Oh, so Gunther died from, I think, one of the burn damage or something that the opponent has. Very interesting. Oh, the Sloan. Alright, so that makes sense. So I should have set up Gunter to have the DOT immunity before going in. But yeah, just a couple of scenarios. You can just change up the supporters. Let's see if I can show something from here. 36.7 perhaps. Like, look at this, look at this. Gunther is gonna hit this Rogan right here, and he's gonna easily sweep out at least 3. Like, this is like a very good example again, where Gunther really shines. Gunther sweeping out everyone. Alright, so this is just a couple of different formations that you can play around with Gunther. He's definitely stronger than Koret, unless you might be able to make Koret work as well. But a lot of people tend to compare Gunther with Koret because they have similar skip tower range, and they have like the ultimate strike as well. Alright, so now let's talk about Gunter's skill ups. Should you actually spend skill books on Gunter? I'm going to straight up mention that no, it's not worth wasting any skill books on Gunter. He's actually very strong at +0. He's very good and can be used at +0. You don't really need any skill books on him. But if you actually want to get him up to like his possibly strongest stage, +6 is where he shines, because you get this bonus ultimate strike from regular ultimate strike to the advanced ultimate strike. So this basically deals more damage, attack times 200%. So by default he will have it at 150%. So 150%, and then you get the HP heal, 175 and 200% at +5. Alright, so you need 5 skill books if you want to make him really strong. The problem is this first 2 doesn't really do much. Like, yeah, it boosts the incoming damage by a little bit, but I wouldn't say it's worth wasting your skill book. So there's 2 skills that doesn't scale really well with a 5-star skill book. You're getting that 15% increase in incoming damage boost. So not sure about that. And then the +3, you don't really need the healing on him. Like, if you really need healing, you can just use like Velaka or something. So yeah, I don't see this skill being useful at all. But the +4 and +5 is where he shines. And then I wouldn't recommend going all the way to +9 unless you really want to get him to +10. Then he's really strong. The 250% attack. That is just insane. I've seen a couple of +10 Gunters in the Japan server, but I've never seen here in Asia server, so no one has ever done it yet. But damn, a +10 Gunter is gonna be a beast in PvP, like no joke. Gonna be able to wreak havoc in a lot of formations. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and let me know in the comments below whether you have yet to acquire your Gunter. As always, have a nice day. Goodbye.